Hey folks, welcome back to Live in Texas, Hidden Spring Farm. Well, this last week, it's been less than a week, so 5 days. In the last 5 days, we have got, 6 days. In the last 6 days, we've got more than 11 inches of rain, and we are swamped. The ground is just plain saturated. We've got standing water. So if you've watched any of the other videos with the tractor, you've seen me come in here and knock this terrace down. Well, this is exactly what the terraces were made for, to catch the water so they wouldn't wash the land away. That's why they put these terraces in. However, we're going through here with a fence, and you can see what it's done. So there's going to be more tractor work here to correct this problem. We've got all this washed down in here. There's nothing we can do about that. It's gone forever. Don't want to drag that little bit back up. And you can see the work we did, the other fence line, and water's just seeping out and running. You can see it's running. So that's coming off of this, which is catching the seepage underground. Not too far in the ground, but coming down through over here. And it has just washed everything. A lot of the work we've done, a lot of progress we've made. Tell you what, I want you to understand, we are not griping about the rain, because it won't be too long and we'll be wishing we had some rain. Last year we had a serious drought. Kind of set us back on hay production last year. We do not look forward to that happening this year, and hopefully with the good Lord's grace it won't happen. But I just wanted to bring you in here and show you, this is the fence line. The string's broke, so it's not pulled tight, but you can see now these elevation changes that I talked to you about in those other videos when I was doing some of the tractor work after the mulching, forestry mulcher come through here, and we're trying to make this fence line here. We've got a lot of fill-in work to do. We've got to get some corner posts set. With the schedule and all that I've got, we probably need to get this corner post set here real quick, like within a week. That one too. We need to get this fence drawn out here so we can get those cows over here in the trees before it gets too hot. That's the update on that, and really that's not the main reason for this video. Main reason for this video is what we got going on with our, whoops, I'm going to fall there. The main reason for this video is what we got going on with our raised bed garden. Past week here with these storms coming through, the winds have been really high. Yesterday we had storm come, or the day before yesterday we had a storm come through. They were projecting 50 to 70 mile an hour winds, and got to be honest, we didn't get that high. I think we were somewhere probably around 40 maybe at the most, and it's caused some problems in our raised beds. As you can see, this raised bed is doing really good. You can tell how the plants are leaning, that the wind was coming out of the north, because you're facing south. But you can see the beans here. We have got to get these beans stood up and trellised here this weekend. This is the main reason right here. These little pepper plants that we've mixed with our onions, they are really leaning over and having a hard time. So today we're going to try to fix that. Now, I'll be quite honest with you, I am not an expert on what I'm going to do today. And as a matter of fact, this is the first time I've ever done it for pepper plants. We have had peppers in the past, but we have never done the majority of our garden in raised beds. We've had a couple of raised beds before at our other home. We did most of our gardening on the ground, and we've never really had issues with the wind and things like that damaging the pepper plants. And you know, you get a little bit of money invested. You want to try to take care of it. Plus, you're putting out food for the family, friends, and neighbors, whoever else needs it. So if we got more than we need, it's getting given away. So we want to be able to save what we have. So I'm going to attempt something today. Need you guys to put in the comments what you would have done, or if you see what I'm doing and it's wrong, let me know. Like I said, I haven't done this on pepper plants before, so I'm going to just attempt something and see if it fixes the problem, or at least helps not have this problem in the future until we can get these things harvested. Y'all come on and join us. Let's have a little bit of fun in the garden. My idea is to take some of these stakes that I went to Home Depot and bought and drive them in next to the plant, and then tie the plant with some string that I have that I usually use for my fence line work. So we're going to take these stakes one at a time. I'm going to try to put one of them on each plant, and before you ask, no, they're not treated. So I'm going to try to take one of these, put next to the plant, drive it in the ground, and see if we can tie it up, hold it up. The wife's not here to give me directions, so I might be doing this wrong. So anyway, I don't want to mess the root system up in the plant, so I want to try to get the plant back to where it was, and then go in next to it with the stake. These are 3-foot stakes, so they might be a little bit long, but I wanted to put more than one string on it. Let's see if that works. See if I can get it tied up. If I can get it tied up, then we'll repeat the process. They have actual vegetable plant clips that you can buy. I looked at some of them on Amazon, but I think what I'm going to do is just try to support it with this string, and hopefully that works. If this doesn't end up working, then I might resort to those plant clips. But I think if I do this halfway decent, I can at least support the plant a little bit. All I did was on one end I tied a loop. I'm going to feed this other line through it. That way I can control the tension on it when I'm tying it up. I don't want to cut into the plant itself. Then I'll cut it and tie it off on that. Go ahead and support the base a little bit more. Put one down there. Change it up just a little bit here. Not make it tight, but just make a simple tie instead of doing. This is the first one I put on, and then it's tied around right there on the plant. And then I put another one down here on the bottom to support it. You can tell this is branched off a lot and all, but looks like it might hold it up without it being blown over. You can see how these have been blown over from the wind. So I just want to be able to do something to support them. And the taller they get, I can always add another string here, something else to help tie them up. So I want to fix the dirt around it. Make sure it's good in there. There's no washouts or anything in there where it fell over, and try to make it packed down in there pretty good. And then we'll get ready. We'll get busy tying all these other ones up. All right, so what do you think, folks? Am I doing it right? Because I've never done it like this before. They are tied up. They're standing up. Looks like we might have some support for them. The wind starts blowing out of the north again. I do think we need to put something up high. I'm gonna wait for the boss to get back and let me know if that's what she wants to do. You can tell how the plants have been laying down on their side overnight. So hopefully that'll correct them once they realize they're standing vertical. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to knock these other plants out. This last row down here is leaning, but not as bad as that first row and second row. So we're just going to get busy and well, folks, looks like we got it done. As you can see, we got the stakes in, peppers tied up. Tell me what you think. They were damaged pretty heartily in the storm. So trying to get them stood back up so we don't lose them. So I'm going to go around the bottom now. I'm going to pack the dirt in around them and make sure everything's sturdy on that end. Guys, we do have some good news that happened this past weekend on Friday night. Yeah, that's right, good news. We passed 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and we surely couldn't have done it without you. So we wanted to tell you how much we appreciate you guys. Thank you for all your support, watching these videos, giving us some advice, and even joking with us a time or two. We really have a good time interacting with you guys. If you're seeing this channel for the first time, we appreciate it if you subscribe and hit that like button. It really helps us out. Guys, thanks again for joining us for another episode of Living Texas, Hidden Spring Farm. I'll put some links up on the screen to other videos of ours. You guys have a blessed day.